Hey guys, this is Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and today I've got a really big comic book haul. Now, this is a pretty big investment on my part because I've got some blue chip keys right here. Something that books I've never had before, never even thought I would be getting, but I ended up getting these, and it's like I said, it's a big investment, and I expect a big return. They're going to be on my PC for a while, and some of them eventually will be for sale. But it's kind of sort of took advantage of, I think, the market right now. Everybody's seeing that the market is down on a lot of books, and I took advantage of that a little bit because I felt like the books that I got, I wouldn't have got them. Most of these I probably that I wouldn't have got if I didn't think that the value I got them at was a lot lower than what I think they are. I think they will all continue to grow more than what I paid for them, especially after I get some of these, because I've got most of these are going to be raw books. A couple of them will be slabbed, but once I get them graded, I think I'm going to come out really far ahead. We'll see. I'm going to lean on my ability to clean and press these books to try to get them up a little bit. And I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, big investment, but I'm really happy to be the proud owner of a lot of these books that I had not previously had before, and I never really thought I would have. So let's just get through them. Now, so you'll know where these came from. They all came from Heritage Auctions, and I'm a big fan of Heritage. You pay the prices on there, but sometimes you can. I mean, this was an order that I looked at, and I felt like I paid well under what I normally would have. But let's just get into it, and I'll show you the books. So this right here, this is not necessarily one of those books. I own this book already. I just don't own it graded. I just felt like it was a good value. This is a 6.0 version of Avengers number 21, the first appearance of Power Man. I always loved this cover. I think I had this, what was it, Marvel Super Action? Is that the reprint version that they had in the 70s that they redid a lot of the Avenger books? And I think I had that book, and I always remember loving this cover. But that right there was more of me just picking up a book that I kind of just felt like it was a good value to invest in, and even at that grade, I thought it was pretty good. All right, so let's get into it. The other graded book I picked up was a 9.0 of Black Panther number 1. And a lot of times I'm really starting to like looking at these late 70s, early 80s books that are graded that have really good values, especially at 9.6s, 9.4s up, and look into these books, and I think I'm finding that I can find a 9.0 or a 9.2, possibly even a 9.4 in some cases. Behind me, I've the same idea. I've got that Marvel Premiere number 15 right behind me there. That's an example. That was a lower grade, but these are examples of books I think that the price I'm paying for these, not a lot of people want a 9.0. They want that higher grade, and I think I'm stepping in on these, and possibly, as again, like I talked about, lean on my cleaning and pressing abilities. Possibly, I'll really have to go over this book before I decide to break it out and do that. But I felt like I picked this up for a good price, that I could even do that. All right, excuse me for 1 sec. My monitor is dying. There we go. There we go. All right, let's get into the raws. And as I said, we got blue chip keys in here. Let's just start. And I'm sorry, they got the Heritage Auction stickers on the front, so it'll obscure the book just a little bit. But here is Avengers number 59. I believe this is the first appearance of Yellow Jacket. Of course, that was Hank Pym, of course. Love this issue. I own this, probably in a lot lower grade than this, but I think they said Heritage had graded at a very fine type of grade. So for a raw, I was real happy with that. It looks really nice. Now this is a book that I had. And then I picked up, I've never owned any of the Silver Surfer books, but I picked up issue number 2, and only because I could. This wasn't a big desire. I mean, obviously, this of the first 4 issues, this is the least of the 4. But I always liked this issue. I used to read the Silver Surfer books in Fantasy Masterpieces in the 70s, when they did the reprints of those. But I always remember that. I always liked that. I always liked this cover. I didn't really like the alien race there, but that he was fighting. But very interesting. And the fact is that this is a pretty good grade that they had given this. So still going to be a lot of value in that, just not the value of the other 3 of the first 4. All right, I picked up what they graded as a very fine copy of Walt Simonson's Thor 337. Now, I have owned this book. I've owned several copies. One I've got that has been graded. I'm not sure who worked on it. I think CCS actually worked on it. It was an early book I had sent out, and I got a 9.6 on that. And I was really happy with that, very happy with that. The other copy I still have raw that I've got Walt Simonson who signed the book. So, but it's got a really big, awful stain down here at the bottom, and I'm like, I don't even want to get it graded at some point by CBCS. I don't want to do that. So I've been looking for a good value on a book. This one, they had 2 books that day that I bought this. The other one was a near mint copy that did start to appear to look better, but the price really skyrocketed at the last second. And so I went for this one because from the photos, it looked like the effects on here is something that I could take care of. But I think that I'm going to end up cleaning and pressing this, and I'll have it ready for me either at the Charlotte Heroes Con or the Baltimore Comic Con. Walt Simonson will be at both of those, and I think I'm going to save that, and maybe this is one of those that I get signed at the show and submit right there to CGC. Because the copy I have, he signed it many years ago, and back when most of the artists and writers would sign on the splash page on the inside of the book. And now with the grading, I don't want to get a book graded where the artist signed in the inside. You'll never see that autograph again. It doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, this right here, I have never owned anything older than number 7, but this is Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. Did I say that right? Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always mess that up. This is issue number 3. Again, it's a value buy. It was a value buy. I just, this particular auction, I think it just hit at a time when, yeah, there was a lot that everything sells, but not everything sells for the biggest bucks. And I just, okay, let's do this. It looks in really nice shape. So yeah, so there I go, diving into the Turtles a little bit. All right, now this is a worse copy. I shouldn't have bought this. This is, and I'll have to consider whether I really want to get it graded, but I've never owned it before. This is Captain America 100. And I kind of got in that situation where the copy right before this was a much better copy of this than what this is. And I should have turned off the auction button at that point, but I ended up getting it, and I'm like, okay, I've got it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may just keep it raw for the moment because it is definitely real low grade, and there's not much I'm going to do with this. There are so many creases in the black, especially down at the bottom. It's not going to grade high, and I don't think it's going to be worth getting graded. So we'll have to see about that one. That one's one where I should have turned it off. But I did pick up another copy of one of my favorite comics of all time, Captain America 113, the third in the Jim Starlin run on Captain America. Those issues, and one that you have seen, if you watch my videos at all, I picked this up here a month or so ago. In fact, I picked up 2 in the last month, and I think I've got, one of them was graded. I think I've got, actually, I'm not sure. I might even have it sitting over here. Yep, I've got an 8.0 copy right over here off to the side. And I was really happy with that because the price I paid for that was really phenomenal for what an 8.0 should have gone for. I since had bought a really nice copy at a show, and it's already at CGC. It's probably going to be there for a while. It's in an economy order. But I couldn't help myself when I saw this and I saw the price it was going for, and I know what I paid for the other one. I went ahead and jumped in and got another one because I think this one's going to end up being a lot nicer than the one that I found previously. So this one will end up definitely getting graded. And I may take that. Steranko's going to be down at Heroes Con. I may take it with me down there. We may do that as well. All right, here's a book that I've always wanted, but I don't know. I just didn't get into it. I didn't get into it late, really late in the run on Spectacular Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. But this is the first issue. Number one, it's not the biggest key or anything, but the fact is they just reprinted this. They've got facsimile reprints they just put out, Marvel did. And I always love this cover. It's very reminiscent of the Tarantula's very first cover. I think, is that 134? Amazing Spider-Man. It's very much like that, but I believe you've got Sal Buscema artwork here. Just absolutely love that artwork now. You know, I'm a big Sal Buscema fan, but I didn't really read this book. As I said, I probably didn't even look at any single Spectacular Spider-Man until you got into those Cloak and Dagger issues. Was it late 50s, early 60s issues and things like that? And yeah, so I never really got into all the old issues, but having number one, and this is in really nice shape too. All right, so I got two left, and this one right here, I've got it already graded version of this, and this is Submariner number 8, the classic Thing Submariner battle. I love this cover. It's one of my one of my 3 favorite Thing covers. The other one was the match to this for Fantastic Four number 112 with the Hulk. And the other one was Captain Marvel number 26, the Jim Starlin cover, where you see Thanos and everything. But this right here, the copy I have, actually I don't know where it is right now, or I'd pull it out just like that Captain America, but I've got a graded version of this that I was real happy with, and well, this one looked even better. And again, I'm talking about the market being down right now. Try to take advantage of buying some of these books while they're pretty affordable, because these books like this are going to come back. And Submariner is definitely coming to the MCU. It's pretty much all but confirmed that he's going to be part of the Black Panther 2 movie. And you know he's not a throwaway villain. He's going to be back. If they're going to do anything, they're going to build around him a little bit. But I was real happy to pick up a new copy of that. This is really nice. I mean, the spine ticks are just microscopic. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. I mean, you look at the edge right there, and these corners, both of those corners right there are just super sharp, and that's got to be rare considering, how old this is in these black covers and just how much damage a black cover could take. But I've got one more book, and this is something I never thought I would get. I got it as a low grade. I took a look at the photos on Heritage, and I felt like it was undergraded. We'll see. It really presents really nice. But I finally have a copy of Submariner number 1. And I never, ever expected to own this book. But the price, again, just shot down on this particular week at Heritage. And I feel like this order, I mean, I'm not going to get into the price and everything, what I paid on these. But I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't have bought these if I didn't think the value was really there. The price on these things really didn't go for what they probably should have. And right now I'm sitting on just an absolute major key order right here. Love these books. I'm so happy to have a copy of this after all these years. So glad to add them to my PC. Although, I'm going to get them graded, and these are the kind of books that I want to get graded, and books I want to have in the collection and I want to hold on to and I can pass down. These are the books I want to pass down to my daughter. She may not want to keep it, but she's going to have a lot of value she'll have something she can sell. She can do what she wants with it. And I guess that's where my journey with grading began, was thinking about being able to pass these books down and have her be able to move these books and easily, if they're graded, she can move them easily. You can go on eBay and you can figure it out. You may not still get that full amount, but you would do really good. Much better than you would if they were raw. So anyway, guys, that's it for the video. What do you think of these blue chip keys that I got? I'm so happy with them. So I don't know. If you come down on me about this one, I'd be shocked. But these are great books. Yeah, I'm really happy. So guys, thanks for watching the video, and stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a CGC unboxing. It could be another comic book haul. Who knows? But guys, I hope to see you for the next one. Take care.